from my new studio at Calico Cake. Come on in. Let's have a chat. Been a busy place out here on the farm. I have been moving my studio, getting it kind of like I want it. I'm going with this vintage feel because that's what this house is full of. Vintage fabric, vintage needlepoint, vintage papers, vintage, you name it, it's vintage. Even me, I'm considered vintage now. Won't be but a day or two and I'll probably feel antique. But anyway, I wanted to say this is Friday Sews in this new place. Isn't that an amazing feeling to say? Got a little bit of a haul for you. Up the road in Iowa, because I'm in Missouri now, just across the border is a little town called Cantrell, Iowa, that has a bulk Mennonite store. And it sells fabric, bulk, you name it. Yeah, it does it. So I picked up some fabric when I was there. I found this little bitty tiny cows and pigs. And I picked that up for my farm journal. I have started collecting farm journal things. My grands and family here on the farm, that says a lot. But we have some cows and pigs. And then I picked up some goat fabric too, but I don't know what I did. I don't think she put it on my pile. I'll have to go back. Oh, no, here it is. And I got a little bit of goat fabric. And the pig and cow is probably a yard. This is just a fat quarter. Because I didn't need a lot on my journal. I'll probably do flips and ruffles and stuff like that. So I'm not going to need a whole lot. Then I found, just because I found it, I got a yard of it. I was going to do my curtains in this. If I can find, yeah. It's not any certain horizontal, but doesn't that look fun? I'm just going to do the curtain in here with that because I just thought this was perfect for a craft room, sewing room, in a vintage theme. I think more of, maybe it goes more that way. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Those little kids have to stand on my head. Well, they're kids. That's not going to bother them. Then I found this, and I wanted this for my quote journal I'm currently working on. It just has words all over it. So I thought that would be fun. And this is going to be either this room or the other rooms, both of these kids' fabric. Like I said, I just got a little bit, but this I think is going to go in the other room if it doesn't come here. Oh no, it won't. It won't be long enough. But anyway, I just thought this was cute. I got it more for the farm journal, but then when I looked at it, I was thinking, oh, that'd be a cute curtain. But it's gonna be too big. I bet I can get some more. What do you bet? Or I can make curtains. I got a yard of each of these. Ticky. So I could make curtains out of one of these and the ruffles out of one of these maybe. I have two small windows. They're not even, they're probably 28 inches long. They're not that long, wide. So And I just want a valance, or valance, however you say it, because I don't want it to block all my lighting. I just want it for cute. So I got the red, I got the blue, and I got black. So you let me know what you think for curtains. Comment in the bottom. Would love to have your input of what you think. And you know, these are a whenever I get to it idea. They're not immediate. So but I got some pretty fabrics. And I bought groceries, so I don't even know how much I spent. You know, fat yards, when you only buy a fat quarter or a half a yard of something, it really doesn't add up that fast. So, I could do a lot with those. Sewing, like I said, I've been working in my sewing journal. I've been working in my quotes journal. I've got my sewing journal really on the way. And I have enough that I'm going to make a smaller journal. And that's probably going to be a gift. I've got everything is moved up here except what is above those cabinets, those containers, like the vintage metal picnic table and some of those things. They're still downstairs, and I'm going to grab them as they're needed. I have the train case, the brown train case. I have one of those here, and it's still got the stuff for my sewing journal in it. And I've got a gold one that's got some of my threads and some of that under the vintage sewing table. So I'm still working at getting things how I want it. My son and husband and son's father-in-law brought up the antique table, had to cut it in half to get it up here. Cut the back in half, the top comes off, to get it up here. And then they glued and rebuilt the back. And this desk, my husband said, comes with the house. So we've got that. I've got things on it. That was yesterday. But they did that after my son and the family all worked goats. I've got a video on how to clip goats. On clipping the goats' hooves for 4-H. And then my son had to go to town to change the tires on their vehicle. He bought new tires and he just needed to redo them. And then they worked on my desk. So I've got that. Emerson needs to work on her part. And I'm just turning that over to a 6-year-old. We're going to see how a 6-year-old decorates. I'm tired. I've worked myself to the bone. But it's done. And now's the fun part of decorating. I've worked on some decorations. I've collaged vintage fabric and slow stitching on vintage aprons on a lampshade. I've made a wall hanging of vintage pattern covers. I've been doing that kind of stuff. The fun stuff, messy, into the glues and paste. I want to get to working on some safety pins I've got that I want to put some beads on, some vintage safety pins, because I want to hang some stuff up with those that I think will be kind of cool. So that for right now is all I've gotten done. I'm doing well. I'm keeping busy. And I just wanted to get on here and say Friday Sews. You all have a lovely day. And remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.